Assalamu alaikum. Have you ever asked Allah, is this the right person for me? You may have felt this moment of doubt, this deep need to know if the person next to you is the one you are really looking for, the one who corresponds to your destiny. But did you know that Allah already has an answer for you, an answer that exceeds your expectations, that guides you towards what is truly good for you, even if it is not always what you imagine? In this video, we'll explore together how to ask Allah if this person is right for you, and discover the truth behind the quest for the perfect partner. Stay with us, because what you hear might change the way you view love and faith. 1. Seeking divine guidance in choosing a partner. There are times in our lives when the answers seem unclear, when our emotions plunge us into an ocean of doubt. When we're looking for love, there's a question that often comes up. Am I with the right person? This question torments us, especially when feelings intensify and our heart begins to cling to someone. But, in all of this, have you taken a moment to turn to the one who knows best what is good for you? It's easy to get lost in the expectations that society imposes on us, in the superficial criteria that make us believe that love is about immediate compatibility, looks, or even instant passion. But true love, the kind that will last, is not limited to what our eyes see or what our hearts desire in the short term. It's much more than that. True love is a blessing that comes from a source greater than ourselves. When looking for a partner, we must remember that it is not just a matter of compatibility in the human sense, but a matter of divine guidance. It is in the hands of Allah that our happiness and our romantic future reside. It is not a question of only seeking an immediate response to our desire, but rather of letting Allah guide us with all the wisdom He has. It often happens that our prayers do not receive the answer we expect. This does not mean that our pleas are ignored. Allah, in His greatness, knows what is best for us, even when we do not immediately understand the reasons for His silence or delay. It is essential to understand that sometimes a no from Allah is actually a blessing in disguise, an act of mercy. Maybe what we're looking for isn't what will make us happy in the long run. Perhaps He is preparing us for something much greater. But that requires patience. When asking Allah, we must exercise faith, believing that the answer, whatever it may be, will be the one that will protect and guide us. When you ask Allah if this person is right for you, it is not only a question of whether they will make you happy, but also whether they will bring you closer to Allah, elevate you in your faith and your character. Love in Islam is not limited to a simple union of two souls. It is a pact that includes Allah in every aspect of the relationship. It is a journey for two, but also a journey towards Allah. We know that in this quest there will be no shortage of tests. You will face choices, moments of uncertainty, but know that each step is an opportunity to draw closer to truth and divine guidance. With every question you ask, Allah guides you, either through subtle signs in your heart or through external circumstances. He never leaves you alone in this search. The key is to stay connected to Him, to continue to ask Him for guidance while trusting that His answer, even if it is different from what you expected, is exactly what you need. 2. Trust in the wisdom of Allah, understanding that the answer will come at the right time. When we pray and ask Allah if this person is right for us, it is important to remember that God's answer does not always manifest itself in the way we hope. We, as human beings, are used to wanting everything now, seeking instant answers to our questions. However, Allah's wisdom transcends our desires and impatience. He knows what is best for us, even if we don't see it immediately. Indeed, understanding this is an act of faith. The real challenge lies in trusting divine wisdom. We as humans are limited by our perception, our limited knowledge. But Allah knows everything, our past, our present, and our future. When we ask Allah if this person is right for us, the answer may take time. This is not through negligence on His part, but because He tests us, teaches us patience, and helps us mature in our faith and choices. Sometimes Allah's answer is clearly affirmative. The person you love or with whom you are with is the one who brings you closer to Him, the one with whom you will grow spiritually. But sometimes that answer can take the form of a no, A no which at the moment can break our hearts, make us uncertain, but which over time proves to be a protection. Maybe this person is not the one who will accompany us in the long term, or maybe they will not be able to nourish our relationship with Allah in the way we need. We must learn to trust this wisdom. Time in this process becomes our ally. We live in a world where everything moves quickly, where immediate gratification is the norm. But Allah invites us to take time, to be patient. It is through patience that we understand Allah's answer better and see it in a new light. Each moment of waiting, each ordeal we go through brings us closer to the truth. The important thing is not just to find the perfect person, but to prepare yourself to be the perfect person for that relationship. And sometimes Allah expects us to grow, to become wiser, more mature, more spiritual, before granting us what we seek. In this period of waiting, remember that Allah never forgets you. He knows what is good for you, and His answer will come at the perfect time. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught us that sometimes the things we want most are not what is actually best for us. He said, "What you love can be bad for you, and what you hate can be good for you." So even if Allah's response seems painful or difficult to accept at any given moment, you should know that it is a response of mercy. It often protects us from what we do not understand at the moment. It is also essential to note that patience in this situation is not simply resisting pain or frustration. It is a form of total submission to the will of Allah, a demonstration of unwavering confidence. Every moment you ask Allah to guide your heart, every moment you wait for His answer, is an opportunity to strengthen your faith and draw closer to Him. In this quest for ideal love, remember that true love begins with loving yourself and your faith. True love is the one that brings you closer to Allah, the one that transforms you internally, the one that elevates you. Never lose sight of this, for whatever you seek is nothing compared to the nearness of Allah. Love of life, of yourself, and of the person you choose to share in this life must always be based on this pure and sincere love, which is the source of all blessing. So when you turn to Allah and ask Him if this person is the one you are looking for, do so with complete trust in His infinite wisdom. The answer will come, perhaps in the most unexpected way, but it will always be the one that will guide you towards the best for you. 3. Qualities to look for in a partner. True love according to Islamic values. When looking for a partner, Islam invites us to look well beyond appearances and material criteria. Our quest must be guided by deep values, those which nourish the soul and the spirit, those which form the basis of a healthy and lasting relationship. True love, in the Islamic perspective, is not limited to physical attraction or simple character compatibility, but is built on solid spiritual foundations. In this quest, it is essential to seek a partner who shares and supports your Islamic principles. One of the most important aspects of finding an ideal partner is making sure that person is spiritually aligned with you. This means that she must be pious, respect the teachings of Islam, and strive to become closer to Allah. A person who has a heart turned towards Allah and seeks to strengthen his faith is the one with whom you can share a life full of blessings. Islam teaches that piety is one of the finest qualities to look for in a partner. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Choose the pious person, for he is the one who will bring you peace and happiness." This search for piety does not only concern the external aspect of faith, such as prayer or clothing, but also the way in which this person lives his faith on a daily basis. Look for a person whose heart is turned towards Allah, a person whose faith is evident in their actions, in their behavior, and in the way they treat others. But love, according to Islam, is not limited to piety alone. A healthy relationship must also be built on the foundation of compassion, respect, and mercy. Islam places great emphasis on the quality of the relationship, not just being together. The Quran says, "And among His signs He has created for you wives of your own kind, that in them you may find peace, and that He may place love and mercy among you." This mercy and love are essential for a lasting and harmonious relationship. An ideal partner, according to Islamic values, must also be mutually supportive. This means that he or she should be there for you in difficult times, helping you overcome life's trials while remaining faithful to Allah. A true partner in Islam is one who helps you grow spiritually and emotionally, who encourages you to be better, more virtuous, and closer to Allah. This person should be able to uplift you, inspire you, and push you towards what is right. The qualities of patience, honesty, and loyalty are also fundamental in the search for the ideal person. A partner who is patient with you, who is honest in his words and actions, and who remains faithful under all circumstances, is someone who deserves your love and trust. These qualities are essential to building a strong and respectful relationship, where each person feels safe and valued. It is also important to seek balance in the relationship. Islam teaches us that the complementarity between a man and a woman is not only in daily tasks or in running the household, but in the way they support each other in their journey towards Allah. Each must be a pillar for the other, a source of comfort and strength in moments of weakness. When looking for a partner, ask yourself if this person can help you strengthen your relationship with Allah. Does this person push you to be a better version of yourself, a version closer to Allah, a fairer and wiser version? The ideal person, according to Islam, is not only the one who fulfills your desires and emotional needs, but the one who grows your faith and who helps you perform the good deeds that bring you closer to paradise. Ultimately, true love, the kind that is based on Islamic teachings, is a love that elevates you, transforms you, and brings you closer to your Creator every day. When looking for a partner, make sure that this search is not simply a quest for companionship or personal satisfaction, but a path to Allah, a spiritual journey in which love and faith go hand in hand. 4. How to know if the person is right for you, divine signs and spiritual intuition. When you ask Allah if a person is right for you, the answer doesn't always come in the form of an audible voice or a dramatic sign. Sometimes the answer is hidden in the little things, in the deep feelings of your heart, in the events and circumstances unfolding around you. In Islam, understanding if this person is the one you're looking for involves paying attention to subtle but powerful signs. These signs are often reminders from Allah to help you discern the truth. The first sign you can observe is inner peace. When you are with this person, you feel a tranquility in your heart, a serenity that you cannot find elsewhere. This peace is an indicator that this relationship is in harmony with your spiritual path. If, on the other hand, you constantly feel anxiety, confusion, or distrust, this could be a sign that this person is not aligned with what Allah desires for you. The Quran says, "And He has placed love and mercy among you." Surah Ar-Rum, 30:21, emphasizing that true love brings a feeling of comfort and security. If this person helps you grow in your faith and inspires you to be better, it's a sign that you are on the right path. Then look at how this person helps you strengthen your relationship with Allah. Does your faith become stronger through your interactions with her? A valuable sign of spiritual compatibility with your partner is the other's ability to encourage you to fulfill your religious duties, to pray more sincerely, to be more conscious of your actions. If, with every interaction, this person inspires you to be closer to Allah, to understand your faith better, and to apply Islamic principles in your daily life, then that is a very powerful indicator that this person is part of the divine plan for you. Allah teaches us that our relationships should uplift us, not bring us down. The third sign is how you support each other in times of difficulty. Trials are a normal part of life, and how you get through tough times together is crucial to knowing if this person is the one. If, when faced with life's challenges, you find in this person a source of strength, comfort, and patience, it is a sign that you have found someone who will support you in the long term. A relationship built on solid foundations, based on faith and mutual respect, becomes a resource for facing challenges and emerging stronger from each ordeal. In Islam, we learn that patience is an essential virtue, and a partner who helps you practice that patience is a blessing. Another important sign to consider is this person's ability to accept your flaws while encouraging you to improve. No relationship is perfect, and each of us has our weaknesses and imperfections. But how your partner reacts to your flaws can be telling. An ideal partner is someone who accepts your weaknesses, but always pushes you to improve, without judgment or blame. This acceptance is a sign of mercy and understanding, and it reflects how Allah treats us. He continually forgives us and encourages us to improve. Finally, there is the subtle sign of intuition, one that may not be explicit, but is felt deeply in the heart. That inner feeling that tells you that this person is the right one for you, even if everything doesn't seem perfect on the outside. Sometimes Allah speaks to our hearts in ways that go beyond logic or reason. He guides us through silent wisdom, deep conviction. This intuition is a powerful sign that deserves to be listened to. If, in your heart, you feel that this person completes you in a unique way, helps you become a better version of yourself, then most likely you are on the right path. In this search, remember that every response from Allah is an act of mercy. If you feel discomfort or lingering doubts, it may be an indication that this relationship is not the one that will uplift you. But if you find peace, support, and encouragement in your faith, know that you may be experiencing the answer to your prayers. Trust in Allah's wisdom, for He knows what is best for you, even when it is not immediately visible. 5. Conclude with prayer and trust in Allah's response. Accept the divine plan. When we turn to Allah for answers, especially regarding matters as profound as partner compatibility, it is important to understand that the real key lies in accepting His will. Every prayer, every supplication is an act of faith, and every response from Allah, even if it is different from what we expected, is in perfect alignment with His divine plan for us. Often we seek to immediately understand why one thing is happening or why another is not happening. We long to know the results of our prayers, but divine wisdom lies in the fact that the answer will come at the exact time it will benefit us most. Sometimes what we perceive as failure or a no is actually a hidden gift, a form of protection from Allah against something that is not meant for us. Trust in Allah means accepting that His plan is always better than ours, even when it is beyond our control. The process of submitting to Allah in this context of seeking a partner is not just a matter of receiving what we want, but of accepting what He has deemed good for us. Perhaps you hate something when it is better for you, reminds us of the verse of the Quran. This message is a reminder that our wishes and desires can sometimes cloud our judgment, but Allah, in His infinite mercy, knows what is truly good for us, even if we are not immediately aware of it. We must remember that Allah never grants us what we ask for if it is not what is best for our soul. It is therefore essential after each supplication not only to expect a tangible response, but to nurture an ongoing relationship with Allah. This involves trusting Him, being grateful for all He gives us, and being open to the idea that His answer may come in a form we did not anticipate. When you pray, pray with a humble heart, knowing that the best answer is the one Allah offers you, whether it is what you desire or not. Another crucial aspect of this confidence is continuing to move forward in faith, no matter which direction your path takes. Islam teaches us to be resilient in our faith, to understand that life is not a linear path, but rather a series of tests that bring us closer to our Creator. Every stage of life is an opportunity to learn, grow, and strengthen our bond with Allah. If the person you thought was your ideal partner moves away, remember that this is an opportunity to turn even more to Allah, to ask Him to guide you towards what is truly best for you. It is also important to never lose hope in love and the possibility of a strong and blessed relationship. Allah, in His infinite mercy, knows the deep desire of your heart and knows what will make you happy. Relationships that are created and nurtured with respect for Allah are relationships that bear fruit in this life and the hereafter. Remember that love, in its purest form, is what brings you closer to Allah, elevating you to a level of understanding and peace that you would not have reached alone. When you ask Allah if this person is right for you, don't just look for an instant answer, but be ready to accept the process. Allah's wisdom unfolds in subtle ways, and every moment spent waiting for His answer is a time of purification for your heart and soul. Ultimately, the real answer lies in your complete trust in Him and the faith that He will never leave you without His guidance. So after you pray and look for signs, remember that patience and faith are the keys to your journey. Rest assured that Allah always guides you, even in uncertainty, and that every response, whether immediate or delayed, is a reflection of His infinite wisdom. Cultivate patience, hope, and trust, and move forward with a calm heart, knowing that the best thing is what Allah chooses for you. Now that you have thought about Allah's teachings and better understand the depth of finding an ideal partner, it is time to put these tips into practice. Remember that Allah's guidance is the most valuable answer, even when we do not immediately understand His plan. If you are at a crossroads in your love life, trust in divine wisdom and sincerely ask Allah for guidance. If this video touched you, share it with those who need it. Leave a comment to tell us how you ask Allah to guide you and subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. May your path be illuminated by the light of Allah.